Hello, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. I'm meteorologist Shawn Styles with a look at your weather. And by the way, if you're looking for up-to-date surf reports, I've been posting on Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram page is Shawn Styles TV, and you can get those surf reports on a regular basis. That way you don't have to wait till we do them here, and you can just go there. All right, so with that said, there's been a pretty big south swell. I'll get to that in just a minute. We're looking north here from the San Miguel Mountain. What a view, huh? Look at those clouds drifting on by. Beautiful Sunday here. Forecast, though, things are changing in the atmosphere as an area of low pressure digs in over the western United States. So we're going to see things cool down as we get into the midweek. Will we see rain? Highly unlikely to the north of us, but our marine layer will be somewhat thicker, and so with that, we could see a little bit later burn off. Now, for you folks in the inland areas, we're talking about temperatures also cooling off, and we'll see them by the time we get to, say, Wednesday in the mid-70s. So a significant cool down from where we've been. Looking at your current temperatures, how nice it is in the East County right now. We're looking at mid-70s coastline. Talking about mid-60s, we're cooling down as that marine layer is working its way in. And in the mountains, it's just absolutely stunning fall weather. And even out in the desert, it's not bad, 88 degrees. As far as our forecast highs over tomorrow, very similar today, but just a couple degrees cooler everywhere as this area of low pressure starts to come into the west. It's going to influence our pattern, give us more of a troughing over the western United States. So we'll see those temperatures hover in the mid to upper 70s, a low 80 maybe in Ramona and out in Campo. Surf, as I mentioned, very, very consistent. The swell's dropping off a little bit, but we've had very consistent waves, and it's two swells working together. The southern hemisphere off New Zealand, the Antarctic, has been extremely energized, and that's been sending swell from the southwest. And then, of course, the Pacific is lighting up as well. So we're seeing a southwest swell combined with a west swell. Tomorrow, 3 to 4 feet with some 5-foot sets, maybe even a little bit bigger. Look at the big change in the tide, though. We go from a big high tide in the morning, a 6.0, and then it drains to a negative tide at 1:23 in the afternoon. Water temperature's not bad at 63 degrees. If you're using a full suit, it's absolutely bathtub water out there. All right, we're at the coastline. This is live from Mount Soledad. The marine layer creeping in, clouds aloft. The waves are rolling in along the coastline. Much of San Diego, even the west-facing beaches, have been seeing some pretty big surf. Southwest are your winds right now. It's very light out there. Out in the deserts, Palm Springs 91, 88 in Phoenix. Up the coastline in the mid to upper 60s. San Francisco 68, so kind of toasty for them. All right, here's the high pressure, or the low pressure. Our high pressure starting to exit the region. Let's put this into motion, and this digs over the west, and then it brings rain to Northern California. This will enhance our onshore flow and make the marine layer somewhat thicker. Eventually, high pressure starts to ridge back in as we get to, say, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and over the weekend it looks to bubble back up and give us a pretty nice pattern here. Temperatures could elevate a little bit, but there's plenty of activity in the Pacific, and that will continue to generate swell in our neck of the woods. We start to see things cool off ever so slightly more in the inland areas, and then as I showed you, that high pressure builds in and warms things up just a tad bit. We'll be back into the low 70s coastline, low 80s inland. For you folks in the mountains, we'll see some breezy conditions as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday, and then both the mountains and deserts will start to see things warm up by the time we get to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.